اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولقد أرسلنا موسى بآياتنا وسلطان مبين إلى فرعون وملئه فاتبعوا أمر فرعون وما أمر فرعون برشيد يقدم قومه يوم القيامة فأوردهم النار وبئس الورد المورود وأتبعوا في هذه لعنة ويوم القيامة بئس الرفد المرفود ذلك من أنباء القرى نقصه عليك منها قائم وحصيد وما ظلمناهم ولكن ظلموا أنفسهم فما أغنت عنهم آلهتهم التي يدعون من دون الله من شيء لما جاء أمر ربك وما زادوهم غير تتبيب. وكذلك أخذ ربك إذا أخذ القرى وهي ظالمة إن أخذه أليم شديد إن في ذلك لآية لمن خاف عذاب الآخرة ذلك يوم مجموع له الناس وذلك يوم مشهود صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Towards the end of this Surah Hood, the last Nabi that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned is Sayyidina Nabi Musa ala Nabina alayhi salatu wassalam in chronological order. His people, Fir'aun and the Bani Israel, they came after all these nations that we have talked about. But in this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not given the story of Sayyidina Musa and Fir'aun in detail, only hinted towards it twice. And the major discussion here is about the details of the Day of Judgment and the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then some consolation to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that as these people are belying you, their forefathers, which were these nations, they have belied other Anbiya. So do not take grief. Allah is going to deal with them at the appointed time. وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا مُوسَى بِآيَاتِنَا وَسُلْطَانٍ مُبِينٍ إِلَى فِرْعَوْنَ وَمَلَئِهِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that we sent Musa with our signs and with clear proof to Fir'aun and his group. فَاتَّبَعُوا أَمْرَ فِرْعَوْنَ. But they followed the command of Fir'aun. Rather than listening to Musa ala Nabina alayhi salatu wassalam, they followed Fir'aun. وَمَا أَمْرُ فِرْعَوْنَ بِرَشِيدٍ. And the command of Fir'aun was not right. It was not getting them anywhere. يَقْدُمُ قَوْمَهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ فَأَوْرَدَهُمُ النَّارِ. Fir'aun will lead his people on the Day of Judgment, فَأَوْرَدَهُمُ النَّارِ, and would make them descend into the fire. He will be their leader. وَبِئْسَ الْوِرْدُ الْمَوْرُودُ. And it is the evil descending place. وَأُتْبِعُوا فِي هَذِهِ لَعْنَةً وَيَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. The curse was made to pursue them here, وَيَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ, and on the Day of Judgment. بِئْسَ الرِّفْدُ الْمَرْفُودُ. It is the evil reward to be offered. ذَلِكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الْقُرَى نَقُصُّهُ عَلَيْكَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that these are part of the stories of Qura, stories of towns. نَقُصُّهُ عَلَيْكَ, that we narrate to you. مِنْهَا قَائِمٌ. Some of them, they are still standing. So some of these nations, their athar, their ruins, they are still present. وَحَصِيد. And some, they have been eradicated, like a harvested field, that when a farmer harvests the field, nothing remains, it becomes plain ground. وَمَا ظَلَمْنَاهُمْ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not do any injustice or dhulm to them, that Allah would, na'udhu billah, punish them without them deserving it. وَلَكِنْ ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ, rather they transgressed, they did dhulm, they did injustice, they wronged themselves by choosing kufr over iman. فَمَا أَغْنَتْ عَنْهُمْ آلِهَتُهُمْ الَّتِي يَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ مِن شَيْءٍ لَمَّا جَاءَ أَمْرُ رَبِّكَ. So then those that they used to invoke, to call after, apart from Allah, make those ilah, they did not help them one bit about anything. لَمَّا جَاءَ أَمْرُ رَبِّكَ, when came the command of your Lord. وَمَا زَادُوهُمْ غَيْرَ تَتْبِيبٍ, and they added nothing to them except destruction. So all these idols, trees, fire, stones, whatever they worship, different nations, none of those helped them when the punishment of Allah came. Rather, they increased their punishment, because these were the causes of the punishment coming to them in the first place. So these actually became the cause of increase of their loss. وَكَذَلِكَ أَخْذُ رَبِّكَ, and this is such as the seizing, the catching of your Lord. إِذَا أَخَذَ الْقُرَى, when he seized the people of towns, وَهِيَ ظَالِمَةٌ, while they are transgressing. إِنَّ أَخْذَهُ, for sure indeed the seizing, the catching of Allah is alimun shadid, it is painful and severe. Inna fi dhalika la ayah, in this there is a sign. Liman khafa adab al-akhirah, for the one who fears the punishment of the hereafter. So when this world, it is not even the place of giving the reward or punishment, giving the return. In this world, because of kufr, all the punishments, all the hardships that one gets because of their sins in this world, they are a sign, they are a small sample of what is coming forth for the people if they do not listen. So if in this world Allah punished them so strongly, what will be their punishment in the day of judgment, in the hereafter? So therefore therein is a sign for that person who fears the punishment of the adab al-akhirah, the punishment of the hereafter. ذَلِكَ يَوْمٌ مَجْمُوعٌ, that is a day, يَوْمٌ مَجْمُوعٌ, all the people shall be gathered, nobody will be, مَجْمُوعٌ لَهُ النَّاسِ, all of them will be gathered. وَذَلِكَ يَوْمٌ مَشْهُودٌ, and that is a day which will be for sure witnessed by everyone, nobody will escape it. وَمَا نُؤَخِّرُهُ إِلَّا لِأَجَلٍ مَعْدُودٍ, and we will not defer it, we do not defer it but for a limited time. So these people are thinking that it's never going to come. It is going to come, but it is being delayed by the command of Allah, by the knowledge of Allah, through the knowledge of Allah, in the knowledge of يَوْمَ, on that day, يَأْتِ لَا تَكَلَّمُ نَفْسٌ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِهِ, there will be such a day that no one will be even able to speak except by the permission of Allah, by the permission of Allah, by His leave. فَمِنْهُمْ شَقِيٌّ وَسَعِيدٌ, so some of them will be shaqi, wretched, bad fate, وَسَعِيد, and some of them will be blessed. فَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ شَقُوا فَفِي النَّارِ لَهُمْ فِيهَا زَفِيرٌ وَشَهِيقٌ خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا مَا دَامَتِ السَّمَاوَاتُ وَالْأَرْضُ إِلَّا مَا شَاءَ رَبُّكَ إِنَّ رَبَّكَ فَعَّالٌ لِمَا يُرِيدُ. So those people who will be shaqi that day, those people who will be wretched that day, for them there will be nothing except crying and howling. They shall remain there forever, as long as the heavens and the earth remain intact. So this is a way of saying that forever. خالدين فيها ما دامت السماوات والأرض إلا ما شاء ربك, except for the one that whom Allah wills to bring out. And Hakim al-Ummad Ma'ashir has written that the meaning here is that nobody will be able to come out of it except the will of Allah, and Allah's will be that nobody comes out of it. So therefore it is saying that nobody will be ever able to come out. Inna rabbaka fa'alun lima yurid, for sure your Lord does what He wishes, what He intends. Wa amma alladhina su'idu, and those who are blessed, fafil jannah, they will be in the Jannah, paradise, khalidina fiha, living there forever and ever, ma damat as-samawati wal ard, as long as the heavens and the earth remain. Again the meaning is forever. Illa ma sha'a rabbuk, except for those that Allah wills otherwise. And the meaning again here is that nobody will be pushed out of Jannah except by the command of Allah Himself, and there never ever will be the command of Allah to push people out of Jannah. So therefore nobody will ever exit paradise after they have entered there. Ata'an ghayra majzuz, it is all ata, it is all an award from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which will never be stopped, never cease. Allah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those people who bring faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, listen to him and be afraid of the day of judgment. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always keep us steadfast on our iman and good deeds. Ameen ya rabbal alameen. Increase us therein. Ameen ya rabbal alameen. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.